Alrighty, great rising family. Great rising. Always find your way to alkaline your environment. Always find your way to alkaline your environment. Up early with it. Up early with it, getting it in. This is a very peaceful setting. It's a very peaceful setting. I said to myself, I say, man, I gotta come out here. I definitely gotta come out here. In the AM, I gotta come out here. And you know the raw thing about it, the positive thing about it is that with these glasses, the blue light glasses, I can actually see the orange, the sun, right? I can actually see that color coming through in my background. I can actually see that color coming through in my background. Beautiful, it's very beautiful. So always find a way, family, to alkaline your environment. And this is what we mean when we say alkaline your environment. This is what we're talking about right here. It goes deeper than just the foods. It goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than just the food. It goes deeper than just the herbs. This is the true definition of alkaline your environment. And remember, alkaline, the reason for us titling or giving the title to the company Alkaline Environment is for the sole purpose, because when you look at the pH scale, okay, the pH scale, when you get to 7, when you get to 7, 7 begins at a plus. 7 begins at positive, okay? Now, this is not to say that, 6 and 5 are so bad. This is not to say that, but we just went primarily off the scale. 7 plus, 8 plus. Okay? Another thing that was taken into consideration was the simple fact that when you look at our blood, the pH of our blood is slightly alkaline. Okay? It's 7.35. That's not by coincidence. Okay? So that means it's a little, it's a little above. So alkaline environment, it was the best fit because this is your environment. Take a look. This is your environment where you reside. The outdoors, nature, the world. This is your environment. So you have to do as much as you can possibly to alkaline it, to keep it alkaline. Because this is your environment. Now, of course, you have the negativity. And that's just part of this. That's part of this existence. That's part of it. It's polarity. There's a up, there's a down. If there's a left, there's a right. And that's just part of it. This is your environment. So wherever you go, wherever you go, remember that. Wherever you go, wherever you reside, that's your environment. So you have to do your best to keep it alkaline, to keep it positive. You have to do your best to keep it alkaline, to keep it positive. It's your job, it's your duty. Just imagine if you can master peace. Just imagine that. Just imagine if you can walk in the world and it's calm like this. Just imagine that. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Just look at it. Just look at the water. Just look at the sky. See, when you come into a zone like this, when you come into a area like this, and when you just put yourself in this type of atmosphere, you can think more better, right? Your thoughts become more clear. You get a lot of clarity out here. So you have to do the best to alkaline your environment. Even if even if you're in a situation at the house and you feel like, man, it's chaotic. I gotta get away. Okay, well, making your business to do so. It's a beautiful, beautiful world out here. Like it really is. And we gotta take advantage of it. We can't let what we see on TV. See that those things are distractions. Those things are distractions. Just think about that. Just think about that. If if you if you never watch TV, right? If you never watch TV, you didn't see those things on TV. You didn't see those things on the news. Just think about that. Your mind would be so much more clear. Your mind would be so much more filtered. Just think about it. Just think about that. Why you think why you think animals and just think about the animals. Why you think the animals they be so happy, so peaceful, so joyful? Because they're not into the matrix. This is all they know. This is all they know. Okay? So in their everyday existence is peace. The only time when it's something that disturbs their peace, okay, is when they become bait. That's the only time. But other than that, they vibing. They at peace. They about procreating, continuing the lineage. That's what they about. We gotta be that same way as much as we possibly can. So this is the definition. This is the true meaning of alkaline your environment. Again, because everything, remember, everything is mental. Remember that. Everything is mental. Everything is mental. Everything is mental. So mentally, if you're on point, then everything else follows suit. Okay? If the mind is on point, then the body is on point. It's some form of balance there. It's some form of an alignment that's there. And no, I'm not talking like I got it all figured out. Because I don't. I'm in it just like y'all. But every day I wake up, I say to myself, okay, how can I be the best version of myself? How can I rewrite my wrongs? How can I make today a better day? How can I improve? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about how can I come and present information to y'all and not get discouraged when I'm only, seeing a few views here and there. But no, I don't have it all figured out. I'm not financially free yet, but I know this right here. It gives me hope. Is to come out here and see this beautiful. Like, look, like literally, that sun coming up. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, we got a little chemtrails over there, but that ain't nothing. Find places like this. Go meditate your ass or the air so pure, the air so clean. Oh man, just breathing in all this good prana. And the temperature is like I can't even really describe like temperature right now. I think this the best. This is the best temperature I ever experienced in a long time. Like it's not cold, and I can't even really explain it. I really can't even explain it. But it feels real good. That's all I can say. And just to listen to the birds chirp. Oh man, this is how you create heaven, dog, on earth. Real talk. Like I say, if you're going through something, you at the house, going through a stressful situation, save up you a few dollars. Save up you a few dollars. Take you a ride. Go get you a nice little room by yourself. Don't be afraid. If you was born in this world by yourself, you're gonna leave this world by yourself. So damn it, don't be afraid to be by yourself. Okay? For a short period of time. Go get you a room. Go find you a room that got a setup like this. Okay? I don't care where it's at. Go get that peace. Go find that inner peace. Go do that. There ain't nothing wrong with recalibrating. There's nothing wrong with that. We all need it. We all need a restart. We all need a do-over. We all need that. Don't let nobody tell you different. You gotta stop for a second, man. You gotta stop. Stop for a second, think, get your thoughts right, clear your mind, and then come back at it. Don't and just don't do it one time. Repeat it. Do it over and over. Do it over and over. Remember, life. Life is about balance. That's the key. We gotta find balance in everything we do. Cannot, we cannot just do one thing excessively. We cannot fully indulge in just one thing. Like you're gonna burn yourself out. You're gonna burn yourself out. Listen, I always tell y'all, nature has all your solutions to whatever problem that you think you have. Nature has the solution to it. Trust me. Trust me. You can count on nature, and you can count on the universe. When you put your trust in the universe, watch how things unfold. Watch how things work out for you. When you know you're a great person, when you know you're a good person, when you know your heart is good, and you do for people, watch how the universe bless you. Watch how it come back to you tenfold. Watch. And don't even worry about it. Don't worry about how it's gonna come. Don't even question it. Just watch how it happens. That's how the universe works. You put something out there to the universe, you stay in alignment with that feeling of faith and knowing. Watch how the universe works. Universe, how it works. I tell people this all the time. And this law of attraction type talk. The universe doesn't all of a sudden create a situation where, and this may can't happen. Okay, this is possible. But the universe doesn't put you in a situation where you're walking down the street and then there's $100 on the floor. Oh, no. You got faith in something, you got hope in something. Or let's not say hope. Let's just say if you have faith in something and you believe in something, okay, you stay in alignment. You stay in alignment with that feeling, with that thought. Okay. You stay in alignment with that energy. That energy is gonna push you in a position to where the the universe is gonna align a scenario up or a situation up with you and that energy that you're putting forth to put people and things, okay, on your path to create something more. to take it to the next level, to open up doors for you. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I hear you, baby. Oh man, it feels so good out here. Look at that beautiful sun. I'm gonna get every bit of it. Look, you see that sun walking on the water? That's the parable. That's the parable. I showed you that. I showed you guys this last month. It's September. That's the parable. Showed you guys this last month, September. What was September 29th? That's the parable. But yeah, you stay in alignment with that feeling, with that train of thought, with that energy. You enthused by it. Trust me, that's how the universe works. The universe will line up a perfect scenario, an almost perfect scenario, or a situation. Now you have to put in the work. Now you have to take you have to take the steps forward. You have to do that, but you just gotta trust the process. You gotta trust the process. Things will start lining up for you. Even with alkaline environment, I just trust the process. Trust it. I say, you know what? I'm putting out all these videos. I'm helping all these people, putting out all this information. The universe starts sending people my way, sending people my way. I wasn't even questioning it. I was just smiling like, okay, I know what this is. I know what this is. One of my one of my friend girls, she kept, man, try, I'm telling you, you should go ahead and start getting herbs. You should start doing this. You start doing that. I said, man, you know what? You're right. I had my homeboy in my ear. Man, I'm ready when you ready. The way me and him linked back up was crazy. But it happened. And again, it happened because the frequency that I was on, I was aligned. When we linked, it just so happened that he was on the same frequency. That's how it goes. Your energy will match others. So whatever energy you putting out there, that energy would match others. You will find your match within that energy that you were putting out. That's how it goes. So he was like, bro, I'm on it. Let me know. I said, all right, start getting into it, start getting into it, start getting into it. Now we have a company. Ran into spiritual goddess, ran into a tree, ran into the queen. I'm like, look, I got this idea. Da, da, da. She was with me 100%. Talked to the old girl, they was with it. Hey, look, all y'all gotta do is this, da 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 da. You feel me? We good. We start running. That's how it goes. And anything that you're passionate about, anything that you love, anything that you desire, that's how it goes. So that's how the universe lines things up. That's how it goes. Huh. That's how it goes. But again, this is a parable. I gotta get back to that, right? That's the parable, man. When they say he walked, yeah. When he walked, okay, yeah. He's the son in the, okay, yeah. That's the parable. That's the parable. See, nah. Watch this, watch this. So the sun is coming out, or the sun is rising. So it's great rising, great rising, great rising, great rising. So now I can start the feel, the balance. So I'm getting a little bit of the coolness. It's still there, but then I starting to feel the little heat, right? Very low, starting to feel a little heat. So as I start to feel a little heat, got a little cool air, the cool breeze. I got the wind, and this is what our ancestors. This is what they identified with when, in regards to, I don't even really want to say the word, but this is how they seen it. They looked at the elements. They took the elements and they said, okay, this is a this is perfect as its own. Right? This is perfect in its own. This is perfect in its own way. So when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense because if you look at water, water is the foundation. Okay, without it, nothing. There's no existence. Even when it comes to birth, the baby is in water for 9 months, right? So no water, no life. That's perfect on its own. You look at the air, right? You look at the air. The air. We can go days without eating. We can go, you feel me, a few days without drinking. Or we go a few seconds without air, and it's a lot. So no air, there's no existence. Just think about this stuff. So that's perfect in its own. That's perfect in its own. That's flawless in its own. And then you got the sun. The sun, what? Powers everything. Bring forth life to everything. Okay? No sun, no vegetation. It creates an imbalance within the earth. We all know the sun goes away, we shortly after it. Simple as that. And then you got earth. You got the earth. This is this is our playground. Okay? this is this is the foundation also. No earth, we won't even be here. There's nothing to talk about. Took the ground you walk on, right? Yeah, all that. But this is our ancestors seen it. So it wasn't that they worship multiple gods and things of that nature. No, they just looked at everything, okay, individually, and they say, okay, this is perfect in its own. You know what I'm saying? This is perfect. And that's how they looked at it. They didn't just give it, give full credibility, okay? Full kind of, they didn't give that to one entity. Nah, 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 nah. They didn't do that because you can't have one without the other, and that's just the way it is. So that's how ancestors looked at it. So when people start talking about our ancestors, when they talk about the Egyptians and things of that nature, a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. A lot of people don't know what they're talking about. It was principles. That's all it was. It wasn't an actual entity. It wasn't an actual being. That was not what it was. Ray Rising, how y'all doing? So that wasn't what it was. That's not they weren't talking about people who resemble me and you. They weren't talking about that. All they did is what we do for little kids to make it basically very easy to understand. We put objects in front of kids so they can identify that object. And then that object represents something in its own. And every object has its own. It may have similarities, but it also have its differences. But at the end of the day, it's all connected. Man, listen, man, y'all ain't trying to hear that. Y'all ain't hearing me. That's what they did. That's what they did. And they was very smart about it. It just so happened that the oppressors, you know, lower frequencies, lower energies, that polarity, right, came and said, you know what? Nah. Inside this existence. Why these guys gotta have it all figured out? Why? We need to figure this stuff out too. So here we are, peace, love, happiness at one point in time. And then here comes the jealousy, the envy, the greed. And and the thing that validates all of this is that we are still these same people. Like we are our ancestors. Don't get it twisted. We are our ancestors. Just think about that. We are our ancestors. We are so nice, so giving. You don't mess with nobody unless we are messed with. Okay? We'll give you the shirt off our backs. That's how our ancestors were. That's how the enemy, the intruder, right? That's how they were able to come in and take over. Understand that. Please understand that. And then if your guns outweigh my gun, or your weapons outweigh my weapon, we gotta take it there. We gotta take it there. We gotta do our best to take it there. But we gonna fight. We gonna fight. However we know how to. We gonna trust in our natural, okay, our natural powers to fight. And that's how it went down. And we fought many wars, many battles. We fought. We fought. So don't think we just laid it down. Nah. It just when one army outweigh the other. That's just what it is. And then when you get conquered, the conquerors, they write the stories. His story. That's what it is. That's how we arrived at this place now. Everything is scripted. Okay? Understand this. Very, very imperative to understand. Everything is scripted. Everything is scripted in their likeness, their eye view, their views, their eyes, their ways. But you better never get it twisted. It all derives from our ancestors. Understand that. Very important to understand. That's why when you go back and look at the history, you can see the similarities. You can see it. And you're like, man, hold on, man. This can't be too. Why is this stuff so close? Why they seem this way? Why that look that way? Because it is. It just got painted over. Okay? It just has been manipulated. I just people used to be surprised when I told them I went to yoga. I used to go to yoga. They be like, yoga? That's a white man's sport. That's a white people's sport. I'm like, no, it ain't. Yoga is not a white person's. No, that's not. That's no. That comes from your ancestors, but we ain't call it yoga. That was just our way of life. That was my aunt. That was balance. That was her door. That was balance. That's what it was. They took it and called the yoga. Not saying that's a bad thing because it's not, but that's just not what we called it. That was just a way of life. That's just how we function. Okay, when you look at those hieroglyphics on the walls, that's all you see. Different poses. That's just the way of life. That was them harnessing energy. That was them understanding the body. That was them. That was them understanding how to take in and harness that energy. That was them. That's the way they just did things. It was a natural instinct. It wasn't nothing that, oh, you know what? Let's come up with this because that's for the, no, no, no. That was just a natural way of living, natural way of doing things. Understand that, overstand that, please, family. So that's what it is, and I came to that conclusion to understand it, and can't fool me with it no more. So everything that I be bringing back to you guys, or telling you guys, or suggesting to you guys, this ancestor talk. That's all this is. This ancestor talk. This ancestor talk. That's all it is. This ancestor talk. So, like I always say, right now is a perfect time. Right now is a perfect time to get out here, sun gaze. Right now is a perfect time to get out here and sun gaze. Right now is the perfect time to get out here and sun gaze. Why? Because the UV rays are very low. And if you go on your app, your D-Minder app, it will tell you so. So the purposes, or the purpose for sunbathing, remember I said sun gaze, the purpose for the sun gaze or the sunbathe, there's no purpose for it right now because let me see what time it is. It's 8:14. Sunbathing, or should I say sunbathing purposes starts when vitamin D is being generated. Right? So when you so let's look at our D-Minder app, right? Very rising. So when we look at our D-Minder app right now, the D-Minder, the UVI, right, which is the ultraviolet indicator, is at a zero. Is at a zero. That's the lowest, right? So there's no vitamin D right now being generated. Vitamin D hours are between 10 and 4:19. 10 a.m. and 4:19. So this is the purpose of sun gazing. This is when you come out here and you sun gaze. You sun gaze, it stimulates the brain. That sun comes, that sun comes, reaches the back of the retina. That signal, that light. Just think about it. Think about that trees though, right? when you drive in the car and you come to a light, what tells you to go?
The light.
The light when it turns what?
Green.
That's a signal, right? The signal is green, so that means go.
Yeah.
So just like the sun, the light when it comes in our eyes, that's the signal. So when it comes in the eyes and it hits the back of the retina, that signal, which is the light, tells our brain, go.
Triggers.
It tells the brain to go. So it hit the optic nerve, okay, and the optic nerve sends that signal to the rest of the body, okay. Then that's when you have hormonal production, hormonal activity take place. See what I'm saying? So now the heart starts to function a certain way, right? The lungs start to function a certain way. The thyroid gland starts to function a certain way, right? The chest starts to function a certain way. The organs, right? The spleen, the liver, the pancreas, the digestive system, right? Your kidney, your reproductive, your ovaries, if you're a female, your prostate, if you're a male, all that starts to, okay, all those body parts and those organs, they start to produce, they start to function accordingly to the daytime, accordingly to that signal, which is from the light. That's information. Okay? So the sun gazing in the AM, when the UVI is very low, is at a 0, and the vitamin D is not being produced at that time, that's what it's for. The sun is that signal, the light. Okay? And that gets the body going. Certain hormones, like I always talk about, in particular, the serotonin. Serotonin, that's what it takes, that cortisol, because cortisol is what wakes us up. The cortisol levels go up in the AM, all right? And that's what wakes us up. That plays a major role in waking us up. So cortisol is not a bad thing. It's just when you balance it out with a good abundance or adequate amount of sunlight, the sunlight says, all right, cortisol, we're gonna do this. We're gonna balance you off. Okay, we're gonna bring you down and we're gonna balance you off, right? So that right there start to gear towards your what? Your mood. Then it starts to activate your digestive system. So now when you get ready to consume, right? When you get ready to eat, the serotonin is there working with you. It's working with you. So anything that you put in your system, the metabolism can be efficient, the digestion can be efficient. Okay?
The sun feels good.
Always. Listen, I was telling them, I was saying, I told them this September 29th. This is the parable. This is the parable. What? When they say in the Bible that he did what? That Jesus did what? He walked on. That's the parable. You see the sun on the water? You see the sun on the water? That's the parable. That's what I was trying to tell. Listen, I don't make this stuff up. So the sun gazing,
They look at it that way. He's the light. The sun is the light.
exactly. That's the parable. I was telling the family, I was like, listen, everything that we know, everything that we see has been taken from our ancestors, okay, repackaged, repackaged. It's been manipulated, it's been downgraded, okay? So where we would say, okay, this is the sun, and not give it an actual entity or actual body or being, right? They say, okay, well, yeah, we're going to take that, what they put out and what they see it as, or how they used to see it as, and we're going to put an entity in front of that and have you guys praise or worship that. And not understanding that the sun is a part of you, the sun is a part of us. But
You got a friend.
oh, look at that. So that's how they did it. And they said to themselves, okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it.
You gotta go in your shirt.
We don't where you at? Look at that, nature.
I gotta go. The groceries came. He
Okay.
just text. He say, "Oh, they all on the thing." That's how you
Yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah. I I'll be out there. I'll be yes. So yeah, man. That's how it go. So they just took what our ancestors understood and personified things as, um, classified things as, and they put an entity in front of it, a being in front of it to get you to worship things outside of yourself. Remember, everything starts within, not out, but then out. Always remember that. Always remember that. Always remember that. So I'm gonna wrap it up on YouTube. I'm gonna wrap it up on YouTube. Wrap it up on YouTube. That was a good segment. Hope y'all enjoyed that, family. Wrap it up on YouTube.